There is a harsh reality awaiting so many of you in 2025. And I've been saying it now the entire 2024. It's becoming cliche, but here it is. Nobody, no one, nada is coming to save you. So we just had an election. President Trump's going to be taking over coming up January. And I think it's mid-January to late January he's going to be taking over. But I always say this, yes, it is important to go out and vote and whatnot. And, but whether it's Obama, Clinton, anybody, really, Trump, Biden, Harris, it does not matter. No one is coming to save you. None of them are going to knock on your door. I'm keeping it real. Nobody's going to knock on your door and try to rescue you and save you. So you're going to have to learn to do for yourself. You're going to have to stop waiting on permission. Stop waiting on circumstances to be right. Stop waiting on everything to fall in line. Stop waiting to learn enough, know enough, have enough. No, that's not how this works. You're going to have to take off from the starting line with whatever you have, wherever you are. You're going to have to go. And it doesn't matter if you feel like you're not prepared. It doesn't matter if you don't have the things you want to have in place. That's not how this life works. This life is full of uncertainty. Everything is a risk. Getting up in the morning, brushing your teeth, heading off to work, getting on the roads is a risk. Having a job that you trust is going to be there to take care of your family is a risk. Putting money in a bank account and leaving it there, doing nothing with it until something bad happens is a risk. It's all a risk, right? We don't make it through a day without taking risks. The only difference is we don't think of it that way. We just think of it as normal. Well, I want to challenge you to start thinking of taking chances, opportunity risks to find something or to put yourself in a better position. I want you to normalize that. Why is that so hard to normalize? I'm going to try something different this year. Why is it so hard to say to yourself, hey, this didn't work. I've been doing this for the last 5 years. It's not working. I haven't gotten closer to financial freedom. I still don't live the life I want to live. I'm working this job because I got to pay these bills. And if that's what's coming out of your mouth, you're not in the right lane. If TGI Friday is coming out of your mouth and that's your favorite song, you're not in the right lane. You're in the lane of unfulfillment. You've got to get to fulfillment. That's the only way you get to experience purpose in this life, right? That's the only way you get to experience purpose in this life. You get to live this life of purpose, on purpose, right? With purpose. But a lot of you're where you don't need to be, where you're not supposed to be, or you're somewhere you should be, but you've stayed too long. Sure, you needed that job 6 years ago and you got that job, you did excellent and you excelled, but why are you still there? That season has passed. It's come and gone, and it's time for you to be elevated. You need to move on. You need to be promoted. A lot of you sitting around waiting on promotions. You got to self-promote. You've already been given promotional authority by the kingdom, and you won't move. Why? Because it'll take you out of your comfort zone. It'll take you out of the norm. It'll get you away from being average. And some of you don't want to give up being average. Average is your goal. You've turned it into a destiny. And I'm here to wake you up and tell you that's not where you belong. So what are you going to do differently in 2025 by the way, don't wait until January. Start now. But what are you going to do differently in 2025 that's going to change your 2026? Because the year you invested, the 2024, that was for this year. What you did in 2024, that is going to give you what you have, the kind of life you have in 2025. You did nothing in 24, your life is not going to be that great in 2025. So if you start doing something now in 2025, you might not see the results until 2026. And that's fine. You know why? Because the calendar's going to go by anyway. Time's going to go by anyway. You may as well be working on something great. You may as well be working on something that's going to change your life. You might as well. You might as well be doing something that'll get you somewhere. instead of the nothing that gets you nowhere that you've been doing. I'm challenging you to change your focus. I'm challenging you to take some shots, take some risk. Calculate it, yes. Be smart about it, yes. Be diligent, yes, of course. Right? But take risk. Give it a shot. Try something new. Do something different. See what happens. Because if you don't change anything, you already know how this story ends. The same as it began. Nothingness. So what are you going to do? And I'm just here to wake you up and challenge you. You can't go through 2025 the same way you went through 2024. It's just going to give you a crappy 2026. You want my advice? You sure? You sure? Okay. My advice, don't trust your job. Don't trust that your job is going to be there tomorrow. Start protecting yourself. Find another source of income ASAP. Don't stack money in the bank and leave it there. It's only going to hurt you. It's going to make the banks rich. It's going to make you poor because you could be using the money to make money and to try something, to take opportunities, to start a business, to get an investment. But if you leave it there, it does nothing for you. Right? And number 3, full circle, don't be afraid to take risk. Try something. Try something. You try nothing, you get nothing. You try something, you get something. Try something. It's one of the hardest things I had to work through. Try something, brother. Do something different. Don't just repeat this cycle. Do something different. Do it. So that's my advice to you. If you want to be who you are now and be the same person in the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then do nothing. Change nothing. But if you want to do something different, then I advise you to do it, to move on it now. For everyone who wants to learn how to start a business from their phone, I teach you how to build a middleman business. I call it a middleman business because you don't do the work. You simply find a customer, take a deposit from the customer. That's where you get paid. That's where I get paid. Then you dispatch the work to the ISP, or independent service professional, who's actually going to go out and do the work. So for instance, I am a middleman in the moving industry, home moving. So if you're moving from one place to another, I'll get you moved, but I'm not moving you. So you'll reach out to me, customers reach out to me, hey, I need to get moved this day, this time. Perfect, give me your information. It's gonna be a $150 deposit due today. That's my money. That's a 5-minute phone call. And then I'm gonna dispatch the work to movers here in Dallas who's actually gonna go out and do the move, not me. And they keep the rest of the money, not me. I only take the deposit. If I do $150 5 times a day, only 5 calls, that's it. I make $570. I'm sorry, is it 5? Is it 7? I think it's $750. I make $750 for the day if I book 5 customers. That's it. Now you can book 2 customers a day and make $300. Still good. That's still $9,000 a month if you stay on that path. If you book 1 customer a day for the whole month, that's still $4,500 without you leaving your house. But listen, again, I know a lot of you are nervous. I know a lot of you are concerned and stressed out about next year, and I know a lot of you are not risk takers. So if you're not somebody who's willing to put in a little work to learn how to do this, you don't have to choose to move an industry. You could choose any other industry. In fact, on my website, middlemanceo.com, you can see a list of industries that I like, right? I put my top 25 and how much they pay. Go check it out. But if you want to learn more, get into the free live training. It's going to be coming up 7 p.m. Texas time. Work with me. Let me teach you how to use your phone to get paid. Be there. If you want to get the invite, put middleman in the comments or click the registration link in the video description below. I promise you, your life won't be the same if you do one thing. Take risk. Minimize it. Do your homework, but you got to get into the habit of taking risks, because the habit of not taking risks is killing your finances. It's killing your future and will kill your financial wealth for generations to come. See you guys on the next video. And for those who want to build a business from the phone, see you in the free live training.